Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to another illegally cited Twitch stream. Yeah, how about that? I'm actually doing these 3-4 weeks in a row. We're actually kind of getting a regular thing going here, and hopefully we get people stopping by again. It's been fun the last few times. It's been a crazy week. Again, not bad, just busy. A lot of stuff, a lot of technical troubleshooting, a lot of stuff going on at work and whatnot. So I figured tonight we're going to do a chill stream. I know I've done this a little while back, but they've done some updates since then in the early access build. We are going to do a little bit of a summer cleaning because we are going to play some PowerWash Simulator. I don't know, man. This game is just addictive. Like, it's satisfying. It's relaxing. I thought about just reading a book and not streaming and playing this tonight, but I'm like, streams have been fun, and if I get some viewers and stuff, we'll do it. So, I have beaten everything in the career mode that they've released thus far. Look at all these levels. Yep, I've cleaned every single one of them. We got vehicles, and we got environments. So they are adding more levels over time. Hopefully they're able to do that soon because I'm craving more content. But what we can do is we can go either into challenges or we can go into... I'm feeling a free play because, again, we want to chill. So let's do a free play. And we can do, again, vehicles or locations. And these are levels that we've already done. Actually, before I go into here, I want to see one thing. Because I think I've done all the levels except... I don't remember seeing... Yeah, why is the helicopter not in here? Let me see something really fast. Because I want to see... I thought I finished... Yeah, because if I finished... Huh, yeah, 100%. So why doesn't that show up in free play? That is bizarre. Either... Let me look one more time, because now that I went into it, maybe it triggered something. I thought I missed this the other day. No, it's not here. Weird, because I was going to possibly try the helicopter. But I think instead what we're going to do is we're going to play a level that'll take a while, and it's kind of got some variety to it, and it's honestly kind of one of my favorite levels. So we're going to go into the fire station, and we're going to restart it, because again, I've already done all of these, even in free play. And yeah, we're just going to do some cleaning, because unlike in real life where it's boring and tedious, it's relaxing and rather enjoyable and fun. And good God, guys, man, look at how just... I don't know what happened, man. There has to have been some natural disaster or something, because this place is just filthy. Everything in this game, when you start out, it is just pitch black filth. So let's get so when people go by, we got our van here. And as people go by, we got to look at all these nice stores. We can kind of walk around the neighborhood a little bit. But as people walk by or drive by, let's at least get the front facade of this place maybe a little bit more presentable. And before I start, I'm going to make sure, yes, I have my 3000, which is my most powerful... Let's see, let's do this one, because this one seems to be a pretty good balance. I wanted to make sure I had my right power washer out, because... Ooh, that is actually kind of loud. Let me turn that down a little bit. There we go. But sometimes I know when you went into a level before, it would be kind of like it would reset to the lower Simulator or the Power Washer, and right now this building is really grimy and it would take a lot more effort and a lot smaller nozzles, and we don't want to piddle around being super slow. We're using what we got, man. I can hit tab, check our dirty spots. Okay, we got some stuff up there that we missed. Let's see what we can handle up here. Kind of want to get... Now we are going to have to go up to the roof because we got to clean that, but I want to get as much as I can. That strip up there I'm going to clean from the top, so I'm not going to worry too much about that at the moment. But, yeah, this game is just chill. Get our bottom bar down there. Making sure we got everything. Oh, okay, we got... See, this is the start of the levels where you actually have hidden dirt. Like, you can't really see it, but when you hit tab, you see some of this just grime in there that is just... It's stuck in there. It won't come out. And you gotta really investigate to make sure you get it all. Okay, I think we got our, kind of our, I forget what you, edging down there. I think we got that fairly well good. Making sure. Let me just do a quick, there we go, we'll make sure we got that. Okay, look at how much nicer that looks. God, see, look at it. It's not pitch black. God, we actually have red brick and a red awning or thingy up there. So let's continue our scrubbing up here. Get this top section good. There we go. That went well. And, oh hell, let's just get the whole red part here up on top. There we go. Shiny, shiny. There we go. Okay, we got the top part done. Now let's get the door and this other edging over here. Okay, we got that wall portion done. Alright, we got the base. That's a satisfying sound, that little cha-ching. Tells us we've got a section of the building done, so this whole part down here is good. This part is going to be one giant thing, so we're not going to get that clean until much, much later. But we can take care of this door, hopefully. Just kind of slow and methodical like. Gotta start talking like Bob Ross. Okay, we got a little chizzing there. Well, let's see if we can get this wall here. Really? Oh, okay, I see what we missed. Come here, buddy. There we go. Okay, we got that brick wall. Let's go back and get the rest of this door and door frame. Okay, we got that. We're good. Slow and steady. Easy does it. And I have played with a pressure washer in real life before. A friend of ours had one. And boy howdy, they will, yeah, they have a lot of pressure, man. You can actually, it doesn't really show in this game, but you can really break something if you're not careful. Like if you played with a pressure washer in real life the way you do in this game, like this glass here, I would shatter this thing. So you got to be a lot more delicate, because this thing spits out water at a crazy speed. Alright, so we got our metal kind of siding here. We're gonna, oh, there we go, we missed a spot up there. So yeah, I mean, there's not really a lot to talk about for now about the game. We're just going to be cleaning for a while. When it gets down to the end of the building, I want to show you guys some of the new features that they've added, particularly, I would say, that really help for accessibility. Remember when I did a stream one afternoon, a month or two ago? I was having trouble with the playground level, and there were things that I was just missing, but they've made it at least a lot easier to track that last percentage or two that you might miss. So I will definitely demonstrate that, because that feature is a godsend. Basically what you do is you hit escape, and you see it brings you to the details tab now automatically in your tablet. And any of these things that I've started doing, I could click on one of these, and then when I click on it, when I go into the real world, it'll highlight what that item is in the world, so it tells you which piece that you should be looking at to try to finish cleaning. So that is extremely helpful. Very, very much appreciated. A lot of the complaints that I had in one of my earlier videos are kind of mute now, because at least low vision wise, they've made it a lot easier to find that last stubborn bit of grime that's in there. So let's see if we can get this monitor here. Okay, let's crouch. Yep, we got underside. Got to get all angles, you know. You can't just get the front of it. So we'll get the left side there. There we go. Okay, we got our little camera thingy there. All right. So if anyone is in chat, feel free to say hello. Hope everybody is having a good evening. I'm glad it is Friday. Like I said, it's been quite a week. It's been not a bad week, but it has been busy. So I figured, I don't want to do anything too crazy. No shooters or no... I kind of want to do a couple of retro games. Like I said, I thought I kind of wanted to try some Castlevania 2 at some point. Perhaps, I'm not sure. But that's one of the ideas that I had. I wanted to go back and try to play, see how much I remembered. But, yeah, like I said, we're just relaxing and chilling out, doing what I really don't like to do in real life. It's funny what a video game will get you to do. I grew up on a farm. I didn't mind some of the farm work, but it got tedious after many years of it. And so when I moved off to college, I was happy to not have to go out and do chores in the morning with, feed animals and pitch hay and do all those types of things. And then games like Harvest Moon or Stardew Valley come around, and it's just buttons. You don't have to break your back pitching hay or carrying crap or fighting with stupid animals. So it's it's a lot easier. It's a lot more pleasant and oddly addictive. The Game Boy Advance version of Harvest Moon, I think it was Friends of Mineral Town was the one. I played that one for far too many hours. I got sucked into that one pretty good. Alright, we got our door. There we go. Look at that garage door. Now, I don't think I have... let's see. Do I have the full frame? Okay, so if I put my crosshair there, and you look in the upper left, yep, the meter is clear, so we got it. Alright, so we have the frame.
Jesse of 123, hi there.
Hey,
Jesse of 123, what is up?
Not too much. Not too much. Just doing a relaxing stream. Didn't want to do anything too crazy today, so we are playing a goofy little game called PowerWash Simulator. And yeah, it is just exactly what it says it is, and it is oddly satisfying. But But yeah, like I said, it's really funny that games can get you to do things that you really don't like to do in real life. You know, do I like cleaning my apartment? Hell no. Um, but playing around with a big old power washer in a video game? Yeah, that's alright. That's pretty fun. So we are cleaning the front of this fire station that is just... I don't know.
Jesse of 123, I am waiting for a sale to get me a 777.
777. I'm not quite sure what that is. You talking about a new video card, or? Because video cards are on the 30 series right now. 3070, 3080, 3090. They're pretty expensive and hard to come by at the moment.
Jesse of 123, it is a plane that I am going to try to fly.
Oh!
Jesse of 123, it is made by PMDG.
Cool. Very cool. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, duh. Okay, I knew 777, but I was like, a plane? No, that can't be it.
Their birthday is today.
Gotcha. Okay. Alright, so we got that metal piece done. We got, I think, a little bit of the frame done there. Let's continue cleaning the front side of this nasty fire station here real quick. And, yeah, like I said, didn't really feel like playing a shooter tonight. Didn't feel like playing anything really frustrating. It's been a crazy week. Not bad, just busy. And so we're just going to relax and see who comes into the chat. Alright, this is a little more grimy. Let's get this nozzle going here. Let's get things done. Alright, come on. Yeah, some surfaces are just stubborn. The store seems pretty crazy. I want to play Flight Simulator through Game Pass, but my system would just burst into flames if I tried to run it. I've heard they've added accessibility features too. It's not perfect, but I've heard they've added some text-to-speech. And like I said, I can't run it. I don't have an Xbox Series X, and I don't have a powerful enough video card to run it. I have watched a couple other people play it a little bit, and it is really impressive technically.
I hope you get one.
I will. I think what I'm, like I said, what I'm gonna do is, I think what I'm gonna. I was trying to get a new system earlier this year because I need a lot more. I want all SSDs. My motherboard is pretty old, so I basically need a whole new chipset kind of a thing. And now that Windows 7 is coming out either probably early next year, with all this secure chip crap going on, like I looked on, my current processor doesn't even support it, I don't think. I did a lot of looking into that a few weeks ago. So I think when, probably around the time Windows 11 comes out, is when I will look at getting a machine upgrade.
It is Windows 11.
Yeah, Windows 11. Did I say something different? I might have said something by mistake. I meant Windows 11. If I said Windows 10,
of 123,
I apologize.
Not Windows 7.
Oh, I said Windows 7. Yeah, okay. Like I said, it's been a long week. Yep, Windows 11. Yep, that's exactly what I meant. But I can't technically run it. And
in case you missed it, I sent you a chat question.
I might have missed it. I might have missed it. You know what I'm going to do? Since there's really not much audio anyway, I'm just going to turn the game down a little bit. Ah, crap. Well,
Jesse of 123, He is not using a gas-powered power washer.
Nope. I do find it funny, though, that I have this big old power washer, but I don't know where the water's coming from because I don't see any hoses anywhere. It's... I can basically pull water right out of thin air. Okay, so we got that front part seems pretty clean. Let's just do a quick pass. Okay, let's get this monitor real quick. There we go. But yeah, like my next machine that I upgrade is going to be very difficult on my pocketbook, very difficult on my wallet, because I want like at least 1 or 2 NVMe drives, which of substantial size, which are not necessarily going to be the cheapest thing in the world. You know, you're looking at a $700 graphics card. I'd like to get a 3080. So, yeah, when I do make the plunge, it'll be worth it. For all the stuff that I do with it, both with game accessibility and videos and streaming, I'm not necessarily complaining about it, but it is going to feel sad to have that much money be zapped out of my wallet in one foul swoop. That is not going to be good. That's going to be a little painful. But there's a lot of things that I'm kind of eyeballing. I don't know if I'm going to get when they come out, but I'm kind of intrigued about this Steam Deck. The only thing is low vision accessibility. Are they going to have any sort of zoom or magnification? Are they going to have any text-to-speech in the Steam OS? I don't know. I know I could put Windows on it because it's just a computer. They said you could already, but having, like, I literally have thousands of games in my Steam library, so it makes sense to have something like I could play away from home, or if I had my TV on, I could just play on something portable on my couch or in my bed before I go to sleep. I am intrigued, you know, and people are seeming to like it. So, you know, there's some videos out. I haven't watched them yet, but apparently a bunch of press got some hands-on time with it in the last little while, and people are liking it. So, yeah, Steam Deck might be... It's not like I need it. That's the problem. It's not like I need it, but I'm a nerd, and I have to have these things. I have to try them just to see. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing it for accessibility. Yeah, that's it. That's the excuse I'll use anyway. Let's see, did I get that full door? I don't know if it's... Let me see... Yes, the meter is clean, so we are good. Alright, we're moving along. I mean, that's what this game is, you know? You just kick back and clean every surface until the job is done. So there's not really a whole lot to talk about game-wise. But if anybody has any questions in the chat, let me know. Any particular topics or something, you know, we'll just chat a little bit. Not sure how long I'll stream tonight, but depends on who comes by or how many people stick around. The last couple streams, like I said, have been pretty fun.
123, let me guess they might even have a game about mowing lawns.
Actually, I think they do. I think there is, if I remember correctly, I think there is one about mowing lawn. Well, see, the thing that got me into this game, I don't even remember how I heard about it, There was a game I got far too hooked on last year. Because, see, this game is also really good because I listen to a lot of podcasts. I listen to a lot of audiobooks. And I don't really want to just sit there, like I'll clean the apartment, I'll make dinner, I will, do something else. And sometimes I just want to play a game, like the audio in this game doesn't matter. I can turn the audio way down and then listen to a book and it doesn't matter. But there's a game that I started playing last year that I had heard about somewhere. It was called House Flipper. And it was sort of a similar type of deal, but you would go in, you would buy these houses that were just dilapidated, or you would do these missions for people, like they wanted new furniture, or they wanted their houses painted, or they wanted renovation, so you would tear down walls and restructure, like rebuild rooms and fix appliances, and then you could go in and when you bought a house, then you could go ahead and design it the way you wanted to if you owned it. And so I played through that campaign, and then I heard about this and I'm like, oh, this sounds like another relaxing game I can play while I listen to podcasts and audiobooks. And yeah, it's been wonderful for that. Like I said, I thought about not streaming tonight and just putting on an audiobook that I'm in the middle of, but I'm like, yeah, streaming has been pretty fun the last couple weeks, so maybe we'll give it a shot for a while. See who stops by. But like I said, I hope everyone's week is going well. Hopefully, I know there's a lot of crazy stuff going on with COVID and fires and droughts and God knows what else is going on these days. We're getting some of that bad air even down in the cities here from Canada. I got a friend that lives further up north in the state, and until it rained yesterday, he said the air was just dreadful. So, yeah, that was fun. It stormed like crazy last night. Had a good thunderstorm. We needed it though, so I'm not complaining at all. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm curious what's gonna happen. It'll be interesting when I upload this or when I unlock this video. It'll be like a time capsule on YouTube when I release the archive eventually. Because who knows when it'll unlock. I've got several other streams ahead of this one to unlock, but just where we are right now, we're at early August and cases are starting to go up with COVID. They lifted some of the mask restrictions here not too long ago, but now if I go into the office, which I more than likely will some next week because I got to work on some technology stuff, we have to wear masks in the office now, where if we were fully vaccinated, we didn't have to for a little while. But yeah, we're kind of regressing again. We're kind of backsliding. I think it's a lot of people that aren't vaccinated or whatnot. Cases are going up, and I don't know. We'll see what happens. We got the start of the school year in a couple of weeks, and kids they get sick just on general principle. They get colds and flus. Everyone's got something. So who knows? Teachers and students, and Lord only knows, man. All right, so we got that. Make sure we get the bottom beam there. All right, just working our way around. We're going to do the bottom floor, and then we'll either do, I don't know if we'll do the second floor and then the top, or if we'll just, for something different, we'll go into the roof. We'll see what how things go. But yeah, other than maybe playing a few games this weekend, I'll probably read a little bit. maybe catch up on some podcasts. I've been doing a lot of drumming. I've been, kind of just a fun thing to do, and also kind of a exercise sort of a thing. Get the blood pumping a little bit. So I've been playing a little bit of drums, anywhere between, I would say, half an hour a day. And I've kind of made it a little bit of a ritual. So even in days where I don't really feel all that motivated, I've been still trying to, like, you know what? No, I'm just going to get up. And even if I don't do it for like an hour, even if I do it for, I want to do it at least like 30 minutes. And, I mean, usually it does help. Even when I'm beat from work and I just don't feel like doing anything, just jamming to the tunes and playing some drums, it's kind of therapeutic,
Jesse of 123, you have an electric set or a real set?
I have an electric set because I live in an apartment, and if I had a real kit, I would be evicted by now, and my neighbors would kill me. But the electric sets have gotten really good. I've always wanted to play drums, and I only started, I want to say around 2014-ish, maybe. I just decided, hey, you know what? Electric kits are sounding good enough to where, they sound like real drums and not always like electronic kits if you don't want them to. I did a video review of it on my channel several years ago, a little bit of a demo. But I got a Roland, what is it? TD4KP, I think. It's a really nice unit. It's a small, what would you call it? Like it folds up, and it doesn't take a lot of room. Like, I just have it kind of against one of my little. I've got this little, like, a bar strip thingy. It's just like a tiny little ledge that separates my living room and kind of my dining area in my apartment. And so I just butt it up against there, and I plug in headphones, and then I plug in my iPhone, and I just, I've got a drums playlist in my YouTube Music. And everything that I've done so far, I've just taught myself. I have never had any drum lessons. I've kind of just taught myself over time. And I'm not an expert drummer by any stretch of the imagination, far from it. But, I can hold a steady beat, and I enjoy doing it.
How are you finding that Twitch is working with voiceover on live streams using a mobile device? I'm finding that Twitch and voiceover on the iPhone don't work well together. Are you finding this as well? Are you using a PC to stream?
Oh, I use a PC to stream for sure. I check my Twitch feed, like, before I hit the record on my PC software. I check the stream on my phone to make sure that it is live. But no, I stream using OBS on my computer. For viewing other people's streams, I can do it on my computer. I watch Twitch on my phone sometimes. And viewing Twitch, I don't think is all that bad. I can do chat. It is a little squirrely trying to get focus on certain things. Like, sometimes with the keyboard it can be a little bit crazy. But overall, I don't have too much trouble with it. I've never streamed from my phone, so I couldn't tell you what that's like. Because even if I wanted to stream an iOS game, what I would probably more likely do is I would mirror my iPhone or iPad to my computer the way I do my videos, and then I would still, again, just use OBS to stream my computer, which would then be showing my iPhone. And I've done that a few times, so it does work. The only thing is I have to still watch it on my phone if I'm streaming and not pay attention to the computer screen, because input lag. You're wirelessly mirroring your audio and your video to your computer. So there's a little bit of lag, or there could be, and depending on the game, lag can be a very difficult thing to deal with. So, yep, that's kind of my setup right now, is I do everything via the PC if I can for streaming. And the software that I use to mirror my iPhone or iPad to my computer is called Reflector 4. That's the current version of it, and it works very, very well. I've been using it for several years now, and it works. It does exactly what I want it to do. Yeah, Reflector 4, it's a great program. You can get a demo of it, and then I think the full program is like $30 or some $20 or $30 or something, where if you do a lot with it, $30 is a steal. There's no problem with that at all. For what the program does, I would say it's absolutely worth the price of admission. I wouldn't be able to do a lot of my iOS Spotlight videos without it. I've streamed my iOS content some before through it, so yeah, it's earned its keep and then some. Okay, we got the stupid little vent here, which has got just all kinds of rust on it. So we got to kick it up a notch and use one of our more powerful. Actually, you know what I'm going to do it the easy way. Let's do this. Let's switch to our soap, and we're going to use some metallic cleaner here, and let's see if we can't. Does that work? There we go. All right. We got a few more vents along the back we're going to have to deal with as well. All right, look at that bottom. That's looking pretty good. The top is still a bit gnarly, but we'll get to it eventually. All right. Trying to remember what else we were talking about. Oh yeah, the drums. Yeah, not really a whole lot else to say, but I really like it because it's something different than technology. You know, it gets you moving a little bit. It breaks up, a lot of what I do, whether it's for work, whether it's for, entertainment, or some of my side projects, side jobs. Everything is kind of focused around technology and accessibility and all that. So it's nice to get a break. It's nice to do something, totally different, reading, playing drums, that kind of a thing. So yeah, I took a hiatus on drumming for a little while, but in the last couple of months I've really kicked it up, and like I said, I've been playing pretty much every day, I would say at least for the last 2 months or so, and I've really enjoyed it. I've always kind of said since the pandemic started, if there's something that you wanted to do, and if we fall back into another kind of a not a quarantine, but more of a lockdown, if we fall into that again, I like to still keep myself busy, even if I'm at home. I don't want to just, necessarily sit on the couch and do nothing, or, I want to keep my mind busy. I like to get, a little exercise here and there. It's kind of taking one of those opportunities to like learn a new skill.
What kind of camera do you use for recording YouTube videos? I use the HandyPod mobile tripod and my iPhone 12 Pro Max, along with an interface made for iOS and PC devices.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, when I record games and stuff, that's direct feed, so that just gets done through my computer. But when I do a hardware review, if I do a review of like a game controller or a new device or something, yeah, I use my iPhone. I still have a XS Max, and I use that for recording, and I would usually just kind of do things one-handed, and hold the phone in one hand and do whatever with the other hand for the other device. But a few months ago, I did get a collapsible tripod on Amazon for pretty cheap, and it's really come in handy. I've used it a few times, not just for videos, but for a couple of other projects that I've done this spring. So yeah, I've got a little foldable tripod, and I just use my iPhone because that's the funny thing is you don't even really need, especially if you don't necessarily care. I'm not trying to do something that's going to be in Hollywood or anything. So you don't really need anything super professional. I don't really need, what's the word I'm looking for? An SLR camera. The iPhone camera is great. So if I upgrade my iPhone this fall, if I get the 13 or the whatever they're going to call this fall's one, yeah, I'll just use that. I mean, my 10, I've been using my iPhone as a camera since probably like the iPhone 6 Plus. That's probably when I started doing hardware review videos. So, yeah, it's works great. That's pretty much all I do. And the other thing, it's a matter of preference, and it's a matter of kind of a style thing. Partially due to it's a style I like, and partially because I'm kind of lazy. There, I said it. I don't do a lot of editing. I've used like Movie Maker a tiny bit to do a couple little splicing things together and doing a couple things here and there on occasion, but I got a lot of my inspiration for my YouTube videos from the Giant Bomb Quick Looks. I've said this before on different videos, but all of my videos are very unscripted. If I'm doing a really long video, where like a game of the year where I want to cover 20, 30 games or something, then I'll have like a list written down on my phone that I can look at, that I can reference. But 9 times out of 10, I just wing it. So, when I cover a game, when I do a hardware review, I think about what I want to say, what kind of topics I want to cover, regarding the game or the video, whatever. And then I just turn the game on and show the game as is. Because, there's definitely a place for scripted videos, and I really like some scripted videos for some things. Some channels do it very, very well. But what I liked about the Giant Bomb Quick Looks was that, again, they would just turn a game on and they would talk over it. Almost, it was kind of before Twitch became a real big thing. We're just talking like I am right now. And if the game works well, awesome. If there's a bug, or if I get stuck, or if there's something janky going on, that is what it is, and people get to see that. It's unprocessed, and that's what I really appreciated about their videos. And again, partially I like the style, and it was kind of one of those things of like, oh, well, the other bonus to this is I don't have to do a lot of editing. Yay, less work for me. So laziness had some part of that, because when it comes to like hardcore video editing, I don't have a clue. I've been doing videos for like over 8 years now, and I still don't know jack about video editing. Like, no. If I wanted to do something really flashy and professional, it would either take me a lot of time to figure out how to get it right, or I would have to hire somebody, because I have no freaking clue what I'm doing when it comes to video editing. So this is just the kind of, what do they call it, WYSIWYG, what you see is what you get kind of video operation we got going on here. But it's not going to be for everybody, but I do have people that like the channel, so if I can help somebody or entertain somebody, You know, a lot of people have actually commented like, "Oh, I didn't know there were accessible games," or "I didn't know you could do this thing on your phone," or, you know, just little things like that you hear
In techno,
periodically.
that definitely makes sense. I use iMovie, so I can stitch the clips together, in case there
Mm-hmm.
comes a time where I stammer. I've also used the built-in video editing feature as well. I am blind, and I have a perception, but that's about it.
Gotcha. Yep. And that's the thing is, like I said, I've spliced videos together a little bit where there's some recording jank that happened, and I had to piece things together. Or there's been a couple times where I've actually had to split things apart because I don't remember the exact reason why, but there was some reason where like I had to split a video into two for some reason, and so I would chunk it apart and then upload two separate videos of it. That's about the extent of my video editing that I've really done so far. So yeah, when it comes to actual video editing, I don't have a clue. Let me get a drink of water real fast. Oh, there we go. But yeah, I mean, it was really funny when I started this whole YouTube thing back in 2012, believe it or not. I don't even know how I don't really remember too much of how I even got started. And it was more of like a novelty experiment than anything. And then I started doing it, and I kind of, you know, it was a little aimless at first. I just like, oh, let's cover video games. But there were, you know, thousands of other channels that covered video games. And so I was thinking, okay, what can I do to make my channel stand out against the thousands and thousands of other channels that cover video games or technology? Oh, I missed a spot. And of course, the answer, well, duh, I'm legally blind. So let's cover things from an accessibility point of view, a low vision point of view. And so I started structuring things a little bit differently, and built things up a little bit differently, and the channel is what it is now. So, and I find I enjoy it, you know. Not too many tutorials, but I do a little bit of that, but I do a lot of just showcasing games, showing how accessible they are or not how accessible they are, my general experiences at all with them. You know, I've had a few developers see the videos and be like, oh, that's an interesting perspective, or like, we didn't consider that, or different things like that. So it has actually been helpful. Some of the videos have been helpful for game development. I actually just released a bonus video today. There's the Back for Blood beta this weekend, and they've added some accessibility features to it. It is not blind accessible at the moment, but there is some limited text-to-speech. It's not consistent yet. They definitely need to make some improvements, and there's no... The main problem for blindness is there's no like navigation, so getting around the environments would be difficult right now, if not impossible. But the fact that they're even going this far with adding text-to-speech and other accessibility features is great. You know, they're getting there. They're working on it. So I give them credit. But I did a video showcasing that accessibility during lunch break today. And I popped one of those videos out because I really wanted the devs to see it and maybe make some changes and improvements prior to or after launch. So, you know, it's stuff like that. And we've made our way around to the back of the fire station. So we've gotten about almost 3/4 of the way around it so far, at least on the ground floor level. Half of the building is 2 stories, half of the building is 1 story. But we're finally kind of we're making some progress, but we got a lot to do on the station. And then we even have back here, there's a drill tower, what they call it. It's basically just a 1, 2, 3, 4-story, 5-story tower that is it's a stairwell, so they can do like their kind of like a fire drill. They can practice, going into a building and getting people out the windows, or rushing up and down staircases with all the equipment. So we have to clean that too. So it's not just the fire station. Like I said, this level's going to take a while, but it's not going to be as bad because I have a more powerful pressure washer than when I when I played this in the campaign. Because free play, I get to keep everything that I have, so it's not quite as painful as before. Okay, let me make sure I get this part here. I think I did. And the other thing that I've really found that's helped me is, tying into what I do for my day job, YouTube and Twitch have honestly really helped me in just my overall public speaking, my presentation style. When I do videos, like I said, they're unscripted mostly, but I can't tell you how many times I'll start a video, and usually within like the first 2 minutes, if I keep flubbing my lines, or if I just stutter, or it just comes off not very coherent or smooth, I'll stop and then I'll start again. Usually, if I can get a rhythm going for a video within the first 2 to 3 minutes, then I pretty much just let it roll, unless I get really befuddled. I have gotten several minutes, into a video, and it's just broken down horribly, and then I do start over. But then I have a better idea of what I'm going to say anyway, because I'll think of other things. And so, yeah, it's definitely, even though it doesn't look like it on the channel, hardly any of my videos, I guess I wouldn't say hardly any, but a good number of my videos are not first takes. Odds are I've at least started and stopped recording a video a few times. But it has really helped just my confidence, my coherence, my public speaking. Some days you really can't tell that because I still stammer like an idiot, but it happens. You have your good and bad days. But just being able to improvise on the fly, even doing the videos, has really helped me when I started to do Twitch. When did I start Twitch? 2018, I think. I think it was 2018, because it was like about a year and a half, I think, before Riley came up here. And she was up here in 2019, and then left last year. But yeah, it's the YouTube channel, the Twitch, everything like that. It's opened up a lot of very unique opportunities for me, personally and professionally. I've gotten game consulting gigs because of it. I've gotten presentation opportunities because of it. I've met people because of it, professionally, personally. Of course, it didn't work out, but, I found a girlfriend for a while because of it. Believe it or not, yeah, that's what happened. So, it's just, you just got to try stuff, I mean, the worst that's going to happen is you're going to fail, that's the worst thing that'll happen. So, yeah, I just kind of think of something that I want to do, and I'm always looking for some nerdy new thing to try, and I just kind of go for it and see what happens. Not all my endeavors have been successful by any stretch of the imagination, but it is what it is. And I've had some pretty good fun along the way, so... Okay, did I get... Is this door... No, there's a little bit... What is left? This door is not fully clean. There we go. Okay, we got the little speck. Okay, did I get the frame? Oh, nope. Let's zap that. We're on the fourth wall now. We're finally on the last overall wall of the building. So we've made our way over 3/4 of the way through now. For part of it anyway. Yeah, I mean, these are good questions. Any other questions that you have? Or I don't mind answering questions, chatting, whatever. If you just joined or haven't said anything, again, like I said, feel free to say hi or ask any questions or whatever you have. Hope everyone's having a good evening. Actually, just out of sheer... let me check my phone real quick. Let me just see if we have any people in the chat still. Let's see, how many viewers we got? Hush. 1 viewer. People might have left. Might just be me, huh? Oh well. I'll play a little bit longer. If people pop in, they pop in. If they don't, that's okay too. That's okay too. There we go. We got our frame. We got our window. Boom. All right. These higher ledges or higher parts of the wall are a little bit annoying because you got to use a smaller nozzle so you can get the reach that you need. More powerful and more distance, but you don't cover as much area. So, but at least this half of the building is only 1 story, so if I finish off a wall here, that means this wall will pretty much be done. It's mainly, so you got the firehouse side and then you got more of the office space side. So if I get the fire station side done, then that part is actually done. I don't have to come back and do the upper part or another part of it later. Let me make sure. Okay, I don't think we missed anything. Seems pretty good. Yep. Just keep hitting tab. Get up to our window frame here. Almost done. We were about 2/3 of the way up this wall here, or down. We're getting there. Get our window. I'm trying to think of what other interesting things to talk about. So there's not a whole lot to say about the game I'm playing. There's not, I'm not fighting for my life or anything crazy like that in this one, so There's really no music or anything like that. This month there is a lot of stuff coming out. Some books I want to read. There's some games I want to play. There's even a movie I wouldn't mind seeing, but I don't know. I think it's only in theaters. I don't know if they're doing the simultaneous.
Techno, do you play laser tag at all?
I don't. I have before, and it's awesome. I would like to play laser tag. I would definitely not be opposed to laser tag. I went to a laser tag arena. Oh God, where was that? I don't remember where. Oh, it was out in. It was out in like Seattle somewhere, or Auburn, I think it was. I went with my cousins. Hell, this was. Oh God, that was probably 15, 20 years ago. I haven't been to laser tag in years. It'd be cool though. I would. Heck yeah. I've never done paintball though. Never done that. I knew a friend of mine down in when I lived in Florida. He used to collect those little airsoft guns. They're like little plastic pellet things, and he had like several of these airsoft guns that he would play with. But I don't know. They were interesting, but man, yeah, laser tag. I haven't done that in years and years. Do you do some laser tag stuff where you are? I wonder if those places are even open now, though. I wonder if... I got to imagine things like laser tag places, or there was a thing where some of these VR arcades and stuff were popping up. I know we had one at the Mall of America. I never did go to it, but I saw it. I got to imagine even like the limited number of arcades that are out there. I think I've even heard of a few of those types of places closing down. I got to imagine that's pretty tough on those types of businesses.
I reviewed laser tag blasters on my channel. I like reviewing things that ordinarily blind people wouldn't review.
Yep, that's cool. Definitely. I wish there were more. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like fighting games and stuff, but in a lot of the audio games, I'm just like, yeah, they're fun, but they don't really have the same depth that a lot of mainstream games do, so they don't hold my attention. And I'm hoping that now, with more mainstream games becoming more blind accessible, I'm hoping that we're going to get more variety. So maybe eventually we will be able to play Forza. We can play The Last of Us 2. We can play more games like that. Maybe eventually we will get a first-person shooter like Back 4 Blood, Left 4 Dead. Maybe we'll get something like that to be blind accessible. I don't know that Back 4 Blood will be totally blind accessible when it comes out. They may improve the text-to-speech more, but I don't know if they'll be able to do the navigational stuff, because I'm guessing, I can just imagine there's a lot of work that goes into that. Like, the amount of craziness that Naughty Dog had to go to make The Last of Us 2 work as well as it did. God, they did some wizardry to that game. Every time I think about that title, I'm still blown away. So now we're on the roof, and we are cleaning the top of this red I don't even know what you want to call this thing, this red overhang, I don't know, marquee thing, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But we are cleaning that part of it, and now we are cleaning a lot of this roof nonsense. So I'm going to try to at least get this red piece.
The Last of Us, Part 2, is completely blind accessible.
Sure is. Sure is. Yep, I know several people who have completed it. I used a lot of the blind accessible features myself. I use a combination of vision and blind accessibility features. They had a really good high contrast mode that worked great for when I was in the stealth combat and things, when I was in stealth sections. I kind of called it a predator view because it kind of reminded me of that. But no, they did a phenomenal job. Phenomenal job with that game. I mean, I played the first one, and there were parts where I had trouble. There were parts where I wasn't sure where to go. And then I was going to play the second one regardless, but then when they sprung that accessibility news on me, or on us, I was like, holy crap. You're kidding. I was just looking at that blog post with all those features listed, and my excitement just was through the roof, man. And I took that Friday off because it launched on like a Thursday, and I started it like Friday morning because it took forever to download on my PS4. And once I started, I did a stream of the first few hours, basically right after the crazy event that happens near the beginning of the game. You know which one I'm talking about. The one that sets off everything. I played up through there, and after that stream, I didn't do anything that weekend. Like, I ate a little bit, I slept a little bit, but I just hardcore played that game all weekend until I beat it. I was hooked. I haven't been that hooked on a game, obsessed with a game that much for a long, long time. And I don't know if you've heard, but if you're interested in more blind accessible games, I believe it's August 19th. Remember that audio game, The Veil? It is coming out. It's going to be on Xbox, and it's going to be on Steam. So yeah, they got a release date for it. After all the demos that we had and everything, that's going to be a thing. So I'm going to be checking that out for sure. Probably, I know I'll do a spotlight video. I may do a stream on it. You never know. In a couple of weeks, I may. Part of me, though, for blind accessible games, I want to do a spotlight video for these, but I kind of don't want to do full playthroughs, at least right away, because, you know, there are a limited number of fully blind accessible games as it is, and if I play...
I would purchase an Xbox, except there doesn't seem to be a lot of totally blind accessible games out now.
No, there's really not. You can play fighting games. You know, you can play your Mortal Kombat 9 through 11. You could play Street Fighter. You could play Killer Instinct. A lot of people play. You got to be really, I think, kind of into fighting games. I forget what it's called. They did Sightless Combat, and a few other people have put together a mode in Halo 5, I believe. It's kind of like a blind deathmatch mode. It's pretty cool. I haven't tried it yet. The escape mode in Gears 5 actually is now accessible. Is now blind accessible. Like, the campaign isn't, but like playing with people in this the escape mode, there's like an audio ping feature. Again, I think it was either Sightless Combat or somebody else who had helped with that. So those are a few Xbox games that you could play. But like I said, the Veil is on Steam as well, so you could play it on your PC. But what I was saying about audio games is there's not that many out, and so like I want to highlight them so that people know that they're out there. But if I play all the way through them on a video or on a stream, you know, I don't really want to do that right away because I want to encourage the blind people out there. When there is an accessible game, go buy it, go play it. You know, that way people keep making them. I want to encourage people to play the games for themselves. I mean, yeah, it's fun to watch other people play, but I want to encourage people to play the game for themselves as well. So that's why I often don't do full playthroughs, especially of audio games, unless I'm... Eventually I might, you know, or if I want to preserve a game that I know is being delisted, like I did with Papa Sangre and the Nightjar on iOS. You know, there are times where I'll try to do that, but I'll do a spotlight for sure. But it's hit or miss whether I'll actually do a full playthrough of an audio game or something. Because I do want to make sure that other people play it, since there are a limited number of those types of games as it is. That's my philosophy anyway. At least the nice thing is if you get an Xbox Series S or X, you can play Xbox One games on there as well because backwards compatibility. So, you know, you want to pick up some of those Xbox One games like Mortal Kombat 11, Killer Instinct. Dive Kick is a really fun one too. That's a simple fighting game, but I should play that on stream again one of these days because it's kind of dumb, but it's really funny, and it's a very, very simplistic fighting game that still can be quite hard. And it's a 2-button fighting game, if you've never heard of it before. And when I say 2-button, I don't mean analog stick or D-pad and 2 buttons. I mean literally 2 buttons. The 2 buttons, it's jumping and kicking, and the way that the combination and how you hit them depends on whether you move left or right, and there's a whole kind of art form to it. Like I said, it's wacky, but it's actually a lot of fun. And the announcer cracks me up. The announcer cracks me up in that game. Love it. Okay, well, we're on the roof and we're getting the lower part of the roof done. Getting all these walls and kind of walls going on here. We got... I said this building is pretty darn long.
Techno, man. I love those 2 games. It's too bad that something else had to discontinue those games. Have you played the game Blind Drive?
Sure did.
There's a game coming out called The Western Drama. Have you heard of that?
I've done yes, I've done a video for the Western Drama already. It's out. It's out. And I have played Blind Drive. As a matter of fact, I did a Twitch stream of that earlier this summer. It's not out on YouTube yet, but I did do a spotlight video for it, so I have that out. And eventually, like I said, I only release, when I do these streams, I do put them out on YouTube, but I only release the stream videos on Mondays, so they just kind of build up over time. And then Monday is just like a stream archive day, so they just kind of build up and then I release them. So eventually there will be a full Blind Drive playthrough on the YouTube channel, because I ended up beating the game on a stream when I played it. So yeah, Blind Drive is fun. Again, it's really goofy and kind of dumb, but in a good way. But yeah, I really miss the Something Else games. It sucks that their parent company just basically said, yeah, you're not making us enough money. We're going to close you down. That is a bunch of crap, if you ask me. Because they were, I mean, God, when they started doing Zombie Arena, oh, Audio Defense was the shit, man. I love that game. Audio Defense was so good. Loved that game. Loved it. But yeah, Western Drama, that is out. At least on PC anyway. I picked it up a while back. I'm trying to remember when that did come out, actually. Probably this spring sometime, I think. Okay, I think that is cleaned. Just want to make sure. Usually it's the underside. You got these little lips under these ledges that there's grime underneath them sometimes that you can't. And then you don't get credit for the whole clean. So I want to make sure that I get all of this nonsense. The Veil, there's a game. Oh, there's a puzzle game that's been in development. It feels like forever, and I want to play it, but I don't know if they're still making it. I haven't heard anything about it in probably a good year and a half, 2 years. I saw when I went to the Game Accessibility Conference, they had a session on it in 2019, and then I really haven't heard anything about it much since. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Crap. Of course, I can't remember the name of the dang game now. Ugh. Starts with an S, I think. It's like an Ohio developer. I know because it was like Riley was like right nearby it when she came up here. Oh, what is the name of that stupid game? I want to play it because it looks fun. Oh, it's gonna bug me. It's gonna bug me. I don't remember what it's called. There we go. We got that strip there. What is that game? Let me think for a minute. If you have an idea what it's called, if you remember, put it in the chat because I'm drawing a blank. Damn it! I'm gonna see if I can look it up on my phone real quick because it's gonna. It's one of those things, you know, when you have something stuck in your head and you're like.
Techno, it definitely was a good game. I asked the company if they were going to make a second part to it, and their response was, yes, if you can send us a couple $1,000. The game, the Western Drama, is not out for iOS quite yet. It soon will be for $13.
Oh, you're talking
Is
about.
it worth that money?
Oh, you're talking about iOS. See, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of people who are really only playing on iOS. And some stuff translates to iOS better than others. That game might. It's pretty straightforward, I think. But some games that are more complex. Oops. CONF 2019. I just want to look at their playlist. So I'll know exactly what it is. Let's see. Let's look in here. Oh, there's my panel. Gamers first, blind second. I was on a panel with 3 other people. Collapsus. Okay, it didn't start with an S. I lied. Collapsus. I don't know whatever happened to that game. Like, there was buzz going on about it for a while, and then I don't know. I haven't heard anything about the game in a long time. I should look it up and see if the game is still in development or if it's stalled out, or hell, for all I know, maybe it got released, and I would think I would have heard about it if it did. But they were making it, it was kind of like before The Last of Us. It was one of those incredible games that you heard about that was like, whoa, you're adding, God, what did he say? I think he said like 60 accessibility features. And I think it was going to be low vision and blind playable. Or I don't know if it was 60 or 40. I mean, it was a lot. Like back then, there wasn't really any game that had that level of accessibility, and so a lot of us were getting kind of excited for it. Collapsus, that's what it was called. Oh, that's off my chest now. Now I can think straight again. But see, that's the kind of the problem and the frustration that I also have with audio games. I like them, and they can be really neat, but they kind of follow the same rhythms in a lot of ways. Like, oh, if it's an adventure game, it's going to play like this. Like, or the mechanics are going to be pretty straightforward, pretty simplistic. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but I think some people are kind of looking for something with a little bit more variety, a little bit more depth or replayability. The other thing is that unfortunately, a lot of these audio games that are developed, they're made by a very small groups of people. You mentioned, oh, could you do a sequel? And they're like, yeah, if you give us a couple $1,000. That's the problem, is if you're designing a game for a low incident market, i.e. blind people, you have to make sure that your word really gets out there and that every blind person possible knows about this thing, just so you can make some money on it and earn your keep. And even then, it's kind of small, because for the most part, sighted people, anything non-visual, they're just like, I don't want it. If it doesn't have pretty pictures, I don't want it. I mean, it's really funny, even something really simple that like a blind person would be able to do really easily. It can be really entertaining watching a sighted person try to do it, and they're like, this is so hard. Like, no, it actually isn't, because they use their vision for everything, and so they just don't really give a lot of audio only experiences a chance, other than maybe audiobooks or podcasts. But I think, like I said, I think what really needs to happen is, like, there's room for audio games, there's room for text games, there's room for all that traditional blind games categories, but I think what really has to happen is that developers who want to do that kind of a thing kind of almost have to target more of a mainstream market and just so happen to also include blind accessibility, because they might be able to get one or two games out there, but I can't tell you how many game companies, small game companies that I've heard of, that I know of, in the past decade and a half that have been making some sort of accessible game for blind players. They've been able to do one or two games, and then they just don't have the financial backing. They just don't have the financial resources to keep going. You know, I mean, yeah, it's a nice, wonderful thing to say, oh, well, we can just keep releasing audio games. But just like anything else, you know, these people, they have families to support, bills to pay, mouths to feed. And they, you know, they got to make money somehow, if that's what their main occupation is making these games. So, you know, it just doesn't seem like making audio-only games, unless you can do it in your spare time and you have the financial resources to make that your secondary project. It's kind of tough to keep making, especially really complex and high-end audio games. It's really tough to do because you've got a limited market, you have limited people willing to invest in it, because your mainstream game publishers are like, an audio game, no one's going to buy that, you know, so you're not going to get the buy-in from your traditional game companies unless you're really lucky. Those are just some of the challenges that, like, accessible games, your audio games and text-based games, those are some of the challenges that I think they face. And the other thing, I think, too, is kind of the blindness market as it is. You know, just go to AppleViz, and anytime a new app comes out, an app, a game, anything, the first thing that you see in a post, can I have a coupon code? Can I have a free code? Is it free? Can I download it for free? Why isn't this free? I shouldn't have to pay money for this. Can I have a code? And it's just, you know, I understand, you know, getting the word out there, you know, like getting a few people some codes so you can get the marketing out. But if they give everybody a code, again, you're developing a game for a small audience, blind people, as it is. And then if you're giving half of your codes away, half your product away as coupon codes, it's no wonder these games go out, or these companies go out of business, because everybody wants their stuff for free. And so that's another reason I think that a lot of these audio game and accessible game companies, them being so small as it is, these small businesses, that's why they keep going under, and that's why we're, you know, you'll get a company that'll throw out a couple games and then they're gone. That's just from my experience. You know, I follow mainstream games, I follow audio games, I follow all this stuff, and just, you know, if you follow it fairly regularly or for a while, it doesn't take a genius to see some of the problems that happen, and it's unfortunate, but that's kind of the reality of it, I think. But I will say it's never been a better time, because
those are the winners. I'm not opposed to apps being free, but I don't mind paying for apps.
Oh, sure. And I'm all for, like, an app being free to, like, I actually like when you have, oh, here's a level or two, you play it for free, and or maybe you have some ads, and then you buy like you pay for the app for like $4 or $5 or something, and then you unlock the ad-free version. Boom. Or you unlock the full thing. I have zero problem with that. But the microtransactions, that's a whole other can of worms I could go on a rant about. That pisses me off. That's, I think, one of the worst things to happen to gaming in a long time, as far as games go. Like, I'm almost thoroughly convinced that especially some of these AAA developers are thinking about monetization for their game before they even design the game. It's like, okay, let's see, I want to make a medieval game, but how can I keep people playing for years, and how can I keep charging them every other day for new things? How can I keep people paying over and over for something? And then if I get around to it, maybe we'll make an actual game out of it. But lately it just seems like it's all about these free to play and games as a service, and I miss the days where I can buy a game and play it. I do. And it's not just on mobile. This shit is infesting PC and console games now. And I absolutely hate it. Now, I don't mind buying extra content. You know, like PC games had expansion packs. You would get new missions. You would get big new content updates. I don't mind paying that. That's not a microtransaction. That's a meaty, substantial update, and that's fine. But this ad timer based free to play bullshit, that is, well, it's bullshit. That's about all there is to say about that. Okay, we've got the lower roof done. We're getting there. I think we're about 2/3 of the way done with the firehouse now. We still got that tower in the back, but we're getting there. And if you have other questions, just feel free to chime in. I get going on a rant, and I just start blabbing incessantly, because that way you have something other than this power washer to hear. All the water nozzle noises. Psh. Oh boy, this one's caked on. The front of this is... Okay, I think we're going to have to use another nozzle here, because this crap is not coming off. I got this tin, the little, kind of a little tiny building thing. You know what I'm actually going to do? Let's try the soap. Let's see if we can. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, that's working pretty good. The metal soap. We'll scrub this crap off. There we go.
Should techno, one thing that I know pissed APPL Evie's off was when the game Gold Gun was released. I believe that game was only out for a couple weeks.
It was.
People in the blindness community were complaining, just because the developers did not speak English as their native language.
Yes, I did a whole video on that, and the developers actually thanked me on it. I remember. I felt bad for them because yes, I had a few issues with the game myself, and I pointed them out, but I pointed it out nicely. You know, I gave them constructive feedback. I said, I like the core of what you have going here, and these are the things I think the game does really well. And just as it was ending, I was kind of getting into the story, so I was kind of bummed that the game didn't continue development. I think I still have it, because I did a video of it on my channel. I think it might. I wonder if I still have it on my phone. Let me see if I do. I think I might. So I've got a relic on my 10 here. Let's see. I'm just curious if I do. Um, maybe I don't. Thought I did. What was that one? Let me see. Oh yes, I do. Gold Gun. There it is. Yep, I still have it on there. I mean, there were a few things that I didn't care for about it, but like I said, for a first episode, and this was their first attempt at an audio game, and like you said, they didn't speak English as their native language. You know, yeah, I feel like people were way meaner than they should have been. And again, that's the thing is you get like look at the audio. If you follow the audio games forums, it's no wonder it's surprising any audio games come out at all. Because if I were an audio game developer and I was getting as much hate as I did on some of those forums, I'd be like, you know what? F you guys, man. I'm trying to do something that will be fun for you. I'm trying to bring you something that you could enjoy, and you're just shitting all over it. Well, guess what, dude? Been nice knowing you, but I'll try to make a game for people who will appreciate it. I mean, they're so quick to, you know, it's fine to do constructive criticism, absolutely. When I did my Back for Blood video this morning, or during lunch, yeah, there were things that I found frustrating. There were things that I really wanted to be improved. But I still told them that in a respectful way, and I gave them meaningful suggestions on how to possibly approach it. And they said, if you have any other questions or need help, I'm happy to, reach out to me. I'm happy to help. I'm happy to answer questions that you might have. But I didn't just say, oh, this sucks. It's not, you have text-to-speech, but it's terrible. No. You gotta... It sounds mean, but I think a lot of blind people don't have really good social skills. I've just noticed that in some circles. It's really bizarre. And I'm not saying all blind people, I know a lot of awesome blind people, but the ones that are usually pretty vocal about things, good lord, man. What is your channel name, by the way? I want to make sure that I follow it. Okay, I think that wall is pretty good. Now I'm working on the office side of the building where we've got the 2 stories and stuff. So we got a lot of dirt to clean yet. Okay, we got that. Okay. Any more orange? Got a little bit there. Yeah, let me know what your channel name is just to make sure that I follow it. All right. Come on, I want to hear the oh so satisfying chime. Yeah, there we go. There's my chime. Did I get the top part? I think. Okay. That wall is done. Now I need to do the front part, and then I got to go up to the higher roof and do that part, and then I got to do the west, or the one side of the building that I haven't done yet. We got a few bits left of this building, but we're getting there. I'll be happy if we get the firehouse done. I don't know if I'll do the tower in the video unless other people show up or stuff like that, but I'll at least try to finish the firehouse part.
Techno, you're right. I think there are some blind people who don't have very good social skills. I would love to have you follow my channel. My channel name is Techno.
Okay, I will give it a peek. If I don't know if I do follow it, so I will look at the chat archive when we're done here, and I will check it out. And of course, Illegally Cited is the YouTube channel, if you follow me there. Just like Twitch. Lots of stuff going on over there. Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, and sometimes even more, like today. Because I had to talk about Back 4 Blood. Because Left 4 Dead, and Left 4 Dead 2 especially, is, ooh boy. Those are some of my favorite shooters, man. Those are so good. Okay, we're gonna get... Oh, come on. There we go. Get this stupid ledge cleaned here. Got kind of a little balcony over the... Oh, no, don't fall off the roof. No, don't fall off the roof. Thankfully, there is no fall damage, so it wouldn't be a big deal, but then I just have to climb up again. There's a lot of precarious roof climbing in this game. Yeah, I mean, there's just something really oddly satisfying about this game. I genuinely enjoy it.
I don't actually have a Twitch channel, but that is my YouTube channel.
Oh yeah. No, I will. No, I knew you meant YouTube, so I will check it out on YouTube. I mean, thanks for the clarification, but yeah, I knew. I think you had said something about YouTube earlier, so I did know that was a YouTube. No, and I fell off the roof. All right, let me bring the ladder over here. Where did I put the ladder? There it is. Come here, you. I'm going to need you a lot coming forward here. Let's grab our ladder. And let's put you right here. There we go. Get this wall done. I gotta get this. Okay, we got the window, but did we get the frame? Because you gotta get the window and the frame. Let's see. Framey frame. Yes, I did. Good. Okay, that window's done. I can just get the rest of this wall. I don't know why this game is so satisfying, but it's just chill. It's relaxing. This is probably one of my most satisfying games of the year. Like, there's been some big games out already, but like, this is one of my favorite games of 2021, I'm not gonna lie. There we go. There's our wall chiseling done. There we go. Okay, we got that part clean. We got our overhang underside clean. So as soon as I clean the other side of it, we should have that covered, I would think. Okay, and now let me move the ladder. We're going to move it so that we can climb and clean the very upper kind of eaves we got up here. what kind of stuff do you do on your channel? I know you said you cover like games that people don't typically cover from a blind point of view, and that actually makes me kind of curious. That's why I kind of want to check it out too, because there's a lot of people that cover kind of the same things, and so yeah, if you especially that's where you can make a mark. If you can offer something unique that other people don't, it's a good place to be in. God, I mean, there's quite a few people doing like totally blind Twitch and totally blind YouTube channels. But when I started in 2012, I don't think there really were. Like, a lot of the big names, I don't know if Sightless Combat had done anything back then. I don't know if Brandon did. Steve Saylor. I mean, there's a lot more that I can't even think of, but I mean, just a few of the big names that I think of. I don't know if any of them were doing it back then, or if I did, I didn't know about it. That was, like I said, that was sort of where I grew my niche back in the day. It's like, oh, okay, we're starting a little generic, and then I decided to go more toward, play to your strengths, blind low vision accessibility, and now they're everywhere. Okay, I think we got that wall. I think we got that part clean. God, there's so much of this roof left. Ugh. Well, let's see how much of this red piece we can get done. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do the tower unless I get like a whole bunch of people popping in all of a sudden.
Techno, all kinds of things. Food reviews, laser tag reviews, nostalgic toy reviews, collection reviews are coming up, etc.
Okay, very cool. Yeah, I have a couple of... I don't do too much collection, mainly because I don't have a lot of room in my one-bedroom apartment, so I can't collect a whole lot of collectibles and toys, but I do have a few, and I have shown a few of those on my channel. Some of them are gaming related, some of them aren't. One of my favorites that I have is, I found it at the local Comic-Con a few years ago. I have this Mecha Ed 209 figure from RoboCop. It's pretty badass. It's pretty cool. It's one of my favorites. But just you wait. It got delayed. It was supposed to ship like around August 2nd, but it got delayed until theoretically around October, November. But I have a very cool, very, very cool collectible on order, and I'm really stupid for even thinking, for even kind of ordering it, but it is like the nerdiest toy, the nerdiest collectible that I had to have. Like, it's funny, because even my cheapskate friends, that pinch pennies as much as I do, I showed them this, and they're like, dude, no, that's cool as shit. Buy that thing. If you can get it, if you can get the pre-order, buy it, because that's awesome. So I'm going to have one hell of a... Basically everything from that point on, I don't know if I'll ever have a cooler collectible when it comes out. And I'm certainly not going to spend as much on one, that's for sure. I can't wait to show that off on the channel. Oh, I can't wait to play with it. I was so bummed when it got pushed back, because I was like, man, what is my order? Oh, I thought there was chat saying something. Because I was like, I know it was supposed to come out in August. What day? And I looked at my order, and then I saw that it got delayed, and then I got an email like the next day saying, yeah, we had some production delays because of everything, and so we're looking at like end of October, early November now. It could come earlier still, but our estimated ETA is now late October, early November, which is a bummer because I was all excited. I'm like, oh man, it was supposed to ship on like August 1st, and I really, really wanted to. I was hoping I'd cover it this month. Oh well, I can wait. I don't want to wait, but I will. I can. Alright, well, we're cleaning the upper part of the roof now, finally. We got most of the red piece done. Hopefully when I clean this interior part, hopefully it will chime, and it will tell me that I didn't miss any spots.
That'll be awesome to see. I can't wait for that video.
Oh,
I
yeah.
also collect G.I. Joe 12-inch figures. I'm
Okay.
definitely going to make a YouTube video on them. One is from 1964, and it still talks.
Nice. That's cool. Okay. Well, I don't know if you saw, I mean, I purposely haven't said what it is, but I can tease it here because what the hell. I don't know if you ever saw, it was earlier this summer, they announced, you're talking G.I. Joe, so that's right around the same time. I mean later, but like G.I. Joe cartoons and stuff, but like, I'm trying to remember when it was announced, like April, maybe? Something like that. They announced this really, really cool Optimus Prime figure, and here's the thing. It has a smartphone app that you can control it with. You can control it like a remote control car or a robot. It talks with Peter Cullen's voice. Thank you very much. And here's the cool part. It transforms by itself. You heard me. It transforms by itself. Oh, I can't wait to get that thing. It looks so damn cool. Because back in the 80s, like, I never had a lot of toys growing up. We never had a lot of money. And I just remember, like, the Transformers, the Ninja Turtles toys. And I always wanted them, and I never could afford them. My parents couldn't afford them, so I never got in. I had, like, I think I had one or two Ninja Turtle toys. I think I had either Raphael or Donatello. I think it was Raphael. No, it was Don. Because I had the bow. I didn't ever have any Transformer toys because they were expensive. And I remember seeing the Optimus Prime. I always wanted it. It was a metal toy, and he could transform, and he had the big truck base thing, the trailer.
Dude, that is awesome.
I know,
Do
right?
you know if the smartphone app is accessible? I've got a Chucky and a Tiffany figure from the Chucky movies that have the original voices as well.
Oh, sweet. You have a Chucky doll? Or you have it, or do they just have one? Dude, a Chucky doll would be cool. Charles Lee Ray, baby. Hell yeah. That's awesome. The app, I did download the app because it is technically out now. The app is, and like some reviewers and stuff already have it. Have the toy, and I'm super jealous. I'm not gonna lie. The app is not voiceover accessible. Because I did poke around at it for what limited stuff I could access. I did actually write to the developer earlier this week and let them know. I have not heard anything from them, and I'm not going to hold my breath. I don't know if I will hear from them, but I had to try. Thankfully, I do have some vision, so if anything, I'll try to put it on my iPad so it'll be a bigger screen and I'll be able to see it better. But no, unfortunately, the app does not seem to be voiceover accessible, which really sucks. But to be perfectly honest, I honestly didn't expect it to be, just because I generally don't get my hopes up for that kind of a thing. Usually those types of apps, if they are accessible, count yourself extremely lucky. But for the most part, no, I don't. I've kind of gone to expect those things not to be accessible. And unfortunately, in this case, I was right. But yeah, do you have that Chucky doll that you were talking about, or is it... Because if you do, that's cool. You should totally do a video on that. Alright, we got the roof done. We got a couple little parts underneath. There we go. Yeah, now we're starting to do some little cha-ching noises here. Okay. Make sure we got everything under that wall. We got to get the underside of this.
Shuntek, no, I have them both. The creepy thing is, when Tiffany came to me from the Spencer's store, the box was already talking. I mean to say, the mail delivery service had to take this box that was already talking up to the door. Someone must have left the switch on during shipment.
Oh, that's funny.
It was kind of crazy they had to hear "Goodbye, darling, I'll see you in hell."
That's awesome. That's so good. I love it. Hell yeah, the UPS carrying around this creepy doll. That's great. I love it. Yeah, if you haven't done a video, definitely do one for that, because I would love to see... Now, you said you had both of them. Which one? You said Chucky, and I must have missed the other one that you said that talked or whatever. I know you said Chucky. Which other one did you have? That's so funny, though. I love that. That's a great story. Love it. Love it. All right. Got this part of it. Now we just have the one side of the building left. So we're almost done, guys. We're almost done with the firehouse. And then it'll be any sort of things I miss, but I've been trying to be pretty thorough.
Shuntek, no, I have his bride, Tiffany.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice. I forget the actors who played her. I usually watch at least a few of those movies. I watch the first maybe one or two Child's Play movies, and then I watch at least the first Nightmare on Elm Street for Halloween. And sometimes I also watch, it's a dumb movie, but I watch the first Leprechaun movie, because I love the personality. I love the personality of villains like Chucky and the Leprechaun and even Freddy Krueger, because they talk and they always have some smart remark. I love that, so... Yeah, I'm all about when Halloween comes, October, I usually at least try to watch some of those.
Shintechno, Brad Doris play Chucky, Jennifer Tilly play Tiffany.
Jennifer Tilly, yes. There you go. Yep. That's cool. Yeah, you should totally do a video for those. I would totally watch that. That's cool. What other cool stuff do you have? That's pretty awesome. Oh man, I wish I had the Chucky doll when Riley was up here. That would have been funny. Cause she had dolls and was like, I want a doll too, and I can have a Chucky doll. Leprechaun. That's a dumb movie, but I enjoy it. Horror campiness at its finest. These windows are a pain in the ass to clean because the ladder doesn't quite get how I want it to, and I think there's like one or two little areas. Yeah, see, it's not. Okay, it's probably on the front side. I wonder if I can get the. Give me the angle. Come on. Yeah, these windows are always the pain. I don't like these windows. There we go.
Shintechno, I have all the Chucky movies, both physical and digital. I also watch the Annabelle movies, and the Conjuring movies. This may sound weird, but I collect Nerf blasters.
There's nothing wrong with that. I have no, you know what? It's totally, that's totally cool. To collect, I mean, kids' toys or something. Nerf is great, man. I remember about, must have been 5-7 years ago, we had Christmas at my aunt's place, and my cousin had gotten a bunch of these. They gotten these Nerf guns, and for their kids, and it was the Nerf ones. They're the little suction cup dart things. You stick them in the gun and they shoot, and then they stick to stuff. And there were, we were, like 30, 35 years old at the time, and here we are. Everyone's like opening presents and chatting and stuff, and we're being immature and just shooting each other with Nerf darts all afternoon. My dad was like, "You guys are quit being stupid." I'm like, "No, this is fun. I don't care. No, Nerf is cool. Nothing wrong with that at all. In my opinion, it's cool to me." Like I said, I would collect probably a lot more if I actually lived in a house. I would have so much more shit laying around. I would probably have a giant Lego collection. I would probably, I don't even know what I would collect if I lived in a house. I would have so much stuff like that. So, hey man, don't feel any shame. Action figures, Nerf, that's cool. It's all cool. Okay, I gotta get, oh man. Can I jump on top of this? Okay, I can. No, damn it. Okay. I knew this was going to be a problem. Okay, come here, ladder. Let me see if I can do this better. stupid part on these walls that doesn't... Now, the only reason I don't have a bigger collection of stuff is because I physically don't have space for it. Otherwise, I would have tons of stupid shit in my place. I totally would. I guarantee it. Guaranteed. But one of the videos I haven't released yet, I have it recorded, but I haven't released it yet, is I had to have, before I heard about this Optimus Prime thing, I wanted basically a few cars, like die-cast cars and things, and I wanted some cool stuff like from the 80s, because 80s movies are cool. And so I basically have what I call the Holy Trinity of 80s movies vehicles, essentially, not counting Optimus Prime. I have the Ecto 1 from Ghostbusters, naturally. And then I have Kit from Knight Rider. God, I wanted that car when I was a kid so bad. Like, it was right around that time where I was getting old enough to realize and to learn that I would never be able to get my driver's license, so I'd never be able to legally drive a real car. But I was young enough to not really know any better, and I would, I would see Kit, and it was one of those things where, like, oh, the car could drive by itself, and it could talk, and you could just, like, tell it where you want to go, and I'm like, I want that car when I get older. I want that car really bad. So, yeah, Ecto 1, Kit, and then, of course, the DeLorean from Back to the Future, because, hell yeah, the DeLoreans are cool. So I have basically that trinity of cars, 80s cars. And that same Comic-Con where I got the Ed 209 figure, there was a guy who put together, like, he took a regular DeLorean and he pimped it out to be just like the Back to the Future car. And I got to sit in it and take a picture of it, and he had, like, the dashes lit up, and he had the flux capacitor, and it was the nerdiest, coolest freaking car I've ever been in. It was so awesome. It was just this DeLorean. I have pictures of it. I have a picture of me sitting in it. It was pretty rad. Love that car. It was cool. Okay, well, we're getting close to the end of this wall, so once we're done, we're going to see how much I missed, or if I've actually been thorough enough and haven't missed much of anything. So we're going to find out very soon how much tedium I'm going to have trying to find that one last bit of dirt again. Hopefully I do a good enough job and clean this well enough. Alright, you know what? Let me get up there. There we go. Right, let me clean this window. Okay, we got the window. Now we just got to finish the frame. There we go. Done and done.
Techno, that's awesome. I'm sure you guys had a blast. Actually, the Nerf blasters sit in totes. I have them all organized, based on the Nerf line that they are a part of. If you were to walk in my room, you would see a lot of toads, Star Wars figures, and then if you were to look straight ahead, you would see Chucky and Tiffany sitting in the room.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah, speaking of totes, that's my dad. Trying to remember how many years ago he started. He's gotten super into collecting Hot Wheels. I mean, that man has literally thousands of Hot Wheels at this point. He's got them in the front porch. He's got them in the living room. There's like totes upon totes in my brother's room. Hell, I think there's a bunch in my room. So yeah, he's got Hot Wheels, and he still collects them. He's trying to get all the different like collections and treasure hunts and oh yeah. Yep, my dad's got this epic Hot Wheel collection. Yay! Okay, we got the red part done, so I did that correctly. Cool. Now, is that window done? Did I finish that window, or did I... Okay, it's done. How about let's see, did I do the... Yep, frame is done. Okay, we just got to get the rest of this wall. Sweet. Put the ladder there. And hope to God I get this upper red piece. Oh yeah, okay, I just verified that. The upper red piece is done. Now we just got to finish the wall. Come on, baby, give me the chime. Give me the chime. We're almost there. We're almost there. Come on. Stupid ladder's in the way. Yes! Okay. Now I think... Let me check my tablet. Okay, clean, clean, clean. Oh, there's always one piece. Nope, two pieces I missed. Okay, so the new feature that they added...
Techno, have you ever watched the Annabelle movies?
I have not. I am not familiar with those. I'm not sure what they are. Okay, fire exit cladding? Whatever the hell that means. So I have no idea what they're talking about. I clicked on it, so now I just walk around the building until I figure out what the hell it is. Oh, is that those chrome things? Or those tin things? So I'm looking for something that flashes. I wonder if that's on the front. Oh, I didn't do the roof. I didn't do the... I know one thing I missed. I know what the other thing is I missed. So actually, let me go address that right now, because I wonder if they're both up there. No, I don't really know anything about the Annabelle movies. Yeah, okay, I gotta jump up here, okay. I forgot about this roof. Hurt! No! Oh, Christ, now I fell down. Alright, hang on. Jump back up here. Run! There we go. Okay, okay, yep. Oh, that's not bad. If all I missed is this little roof part and the border around it, this will be done in like 2 minutes. Yep, I forgot to come back and do this part, so that's not bad at all. Come on, baby. Okay. Oh. Got a roof.
Techno, there are a line of horror movies. It's a demonic doll that frightens everyone.
Okay. I might have to check it out. I know dolls are kind of a typical, like, horror movie type of thing. There we go. Okay, we got the roof part done. And there's one other little thing here that said I missed. Let's see, what is it? Okay. Oh, wait, what the hell? Fire exit cladding. I don't know what a cladding is. Oh, it's still the border. Okay, somehow I didn't finish. Okay. All right, so it's still part of this thing. I might have missed something on the outside. Let me just make sure I got the roof part first. All right, let me hop down. Let's see. If I were... where would I have missed? Probably on the back side. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I totally forgot to clean this back side. All right, that's easy enough. That's easy enough. This won't take long. I remember cleaning the lower part, but I forgot to take care of the higher part. Yep. We got this. We got this. Almost done. Oh yeah, there we go. We got the almighty ching sound. Okay, everything in there, that group is clean. Everything in that group is clean. All right, so the only things we have left are the tower. We just have the giant tower. So the fire station itself is all done. Now it's just this bloody tower. I'll putz around with it a little bit. I'm not sure if I'll finish it, but actually, what time is it? Okay, 10:30. Yeah, still a pretty long stream. But yeah, again, you know, I've had some fun discussion tonight, and I will definitely check out your channel and see what you got going on over there. And yeah, like I said, I would love to see some of those collectibles, especially those two dolls. I think the Chucky and what's her name, Tiffany or whatever. I think that'd be kind of fun to see, especially since they talk and everything. That's cool. I remember some people would always just get so mad, even my ex-girlfriend. She's like, not all dolls are creepy. Everyone talks about Chucky. Yeah, but the Chucky dolls are cool. I like the kind of the horror doll thing. Because Chucky's pretty funny. I love his one-liners. Actually, his girlfriend is kind of funny, too. The movies later on, they got a little bit stupid. Like, the last couple weren't very good. I kind of was amused. Like, the one where he first turns her into the doll was pretty good. I think, wasn't that the one where they went on the road trip in the camper, or in the motorhome? That one was pretty funny. And then the other one, the one that was after that, like with this, like the seed of Chucky, I didn't like that one near as much. I thought their son was kind of an idiot. But the military camp one, that one wasn't as good either, but it was okay. But yeah, the one where they were making the road trip, and then like the original Child's Play, that was good. I think those are probably my favorite ones of them. I don't know if I want to do this whole tower. It's not hard, it's just... You basically have to take this scaffolding and move it around to get to the higher levels of the outside of this tower, because it's 5 stories tall, so you gotta drag this giant scaffolding around and whatever. I mean, cleaning the inside isn't too bad. That's not so bad, but yeah, I think maybe I will wrap up the stream here shortly. I'm gonna clean this doorway here. And then I think I might have just a little bit of a late night, very light supper maybe, because I haven't really eaten much in quite a while, and I think I'm going to kick back and read some. Not quite sure what I'm going to read just yet, but I feel like just kicking back and starting again tomorrow. So I'll read some stuff, or read tonight, and I don't know if I'll do another stream tomorrow or not. We'll see. We'll see what I'm in the mood for, if I feel like streaming or not. But I should mention that next weekend, as long as we're allowed to stream it or co-stream it, I think it's on the 14th, which is, I think, Saturday, because, Friday the 13th next week. They started this, was it last year or was it 2 years ago? Hell, I can't even remember. I know they had it last year, but I can't remember if that was their first or second year. They had it a little bit later, but they have this thing going on called Realms Deep. And it's kind of a summer gaming event, kind of like an E3.
Techno. Okay, so you were referring to the first Child's Play movie, and then Bride of Chucky.
Yeah, Bride of
Tiffany
Chucky.
is Chucky's girlfriend.
Yep.
I thought it was funny how Chucky and Tiffany were arguing whether or not Glenn was a boy or a girl. Kind of weird, but...
Yep.
Have you seen the 2019 version of Child's Play?
No, is it? I was debating whether I wanted to. Because I don't know, like usually those remakes, they turn out badly, but I like Child's Play enough to, like, if somebody said it was decent, I might check it out. I mean, part of me is interested, I just don't know if I want to... Is it streaming anywhere, or like on a streaming service at all yet? Like, I know I could buy it on Amazon digitally or something, or rent it, but is it any good? But really quickly, back to Realms Deep. If you know, it's like a gaming announcement type of thing, like E3, but it's just for mostly some kind of like retro first-person shooter games. So if you like 90s era shooters, Doom, Quake, Wolfenstein, Thief, Heretic, Hexen, it's largely those types of games. They branch out into a little, like there's a couple strategy games they had last year and a couple other odds and ends, but the vast majority is like old school first-person shooters. And so there's been some really great ones the last few years, and there's always seems to be more coming lately. And I'm perfectly good with that, because I love those kinds of games. I love them. So if I can, I might try to do a stream for their... I might try to restream their live stream event thingy. Maybe they'll have some more, like last year, maybe they'll have a couple more Steam demos we can try.
Yes, I thought it was fine. You can stream it if you have Amazon Prime.
Oh, hell yeah, I do.
You could rent it. Apple just made the movie audio describe. I know for sure, though, Amazon Prime has it available for streaming.
Excellent, I have Amazon Prime. Well, hell, maybe I'll watch that instead. Maybe instead of reading, maybe I'll watch the new Child's Play movie tonight. Because why not? I could laugh. I could go for a little bit of a laugh. Yeah, I have Amazon Prime, so if it's available through Prime streaming, yep, I can watch that. Cool. I didn't realize that was through available just to stream. That's good. I might just have to check that out. Thanks for the tip. Yep, I think I'm going to do the little bit of the bottom part here. I'm just kind of going around. We'll wrap up our conversation. Then I think I will call it a night because I think I'm going to... well, like I said, I was going to read, but yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I'll watch this new Child's Play remake and see if it's any good. Are they thinking about continuing it at all? Like, did it do well enough to where they're like, oh, we're going to continue the reboot with some sequels based on it, or... I knew that they were doing a remake, but other than knowing about it, that's about it. I didn't really pay much more attention to it than that. Actually, I completely forgot it was a thing. Until you mentioned, I'm like, oh yeah, they did do a reboot of that, didn't they? Ah. Oh, so much power washing. Oddly relaxing, though. Still enjoy it. Can't wait for more new levels. Hopefully, I don't know, they said they were coming out with more, but I don't know how long it's going to take them. This is an early access game, by the way. This is not a full release, so for being an in-development game, it's very, very solid. It's already addictive as hell, so I'm fully in. I'm fully in, man. Oh, missed a spot there. Come on, you stupid grime. God, yeah, before you blink, it will be Halloween again. It's already August. How is it August already? It blows my mind. Actually, speaking of Halloween, the funniest thing is I bought this ginormous frickin' bag of candy for Halloween last year. And I had it in my fridge and my freezer. And I've been just, having little bits of it over time. I finally literally threw the giant bag in the garbage literally this morning, I think it was. Yeah, it was this morning, actually, because I had like 3 bars in it. I had 3 little mini bars left. I think there was like...
Shintech note, I was wondering the same thing. Hopefully, on Prime, the movie will be audio described. I'm not sure if it is.
Yeah, I'm not sure. If it's
Actually,
not...
I take that back. It is audio described.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I mean, even if it wasn't, I would still watch it, but... yeah, I will, I may just check that out, actually. That kind of sounds like a fun little thing to end the evening. Why not, you know? He's coming to get you. Yeah. I'll let you know what I think of it next time I stream, if you pop in. Okay, we almost got... Okay, well, you know what? I think that's a good place to stop, because the other stuff we gotta use the scaffolding, and then we gotta do the inside of the tower yet. Maybe I'll do that another time, but Yeah, I think it's been a couple hours stream, and I've had some fun here. So I think we are going to wrap this one up here momentarily. This will go up on YouTube eventually. I'll upload it and unlock it on one of those Monday streams eventually. And thank you to everybody who has stopped by. Fun little conversation. Got to chat about lots of interesting things again this time. And yeah, so if you're watching this archive later on, you can follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/illegally cited. You can follow me on Twitter at BGFH79. I do announce when I go live there as well, so you can kind of know to tune in. You can also go to illegallycited.com. That site really needs to be updated. I keep saying that. But it hasn't been updated in, well, let's just say far too long. I really got to do that one of these days. But then you can also follow me on YouTube, youtube.com/illegally cited. So hope you guys enjoyed the stream, the video, and until next time, I will chat with you guys again later. Have a good one.